Hello everyone, and thank you for watching. Today I want to talk about a very important topic, at least for myself. I hope it will be for you as well. Sometimes we are very attached to outcome of situations, like we really want something to happen. Sometimes we are so desperate that we become very needy for that outcome to happen or a situation to happen. We have this expectation of something happening when we want it to happen, the way we want it to happen. But by doing this, we are trying to control something that we are actually not supposed to control. And that's also the key to happiness and to let life unfold and be patient. In just those 50 seconds video that I just did right now, I probably say the most important things is that we should try to detach ourselves from outcomes that we want in our life. And the key to it, and that's one of my friends about 8 months ago told me that what I should be doing if I wanted something to happen and I wanted it so badly is not to try to keep it close to me or to be so attached to it that I was desperate for it to happen, but it was about wishing for it to happen, putting the intention and releasing it into the universe, like putting that energy out there and also believing that one day it was going to happen. And it is very important to actually try to do that with anything in life. When we are so attached and we want to control the situation and how we want things to happen, I think that we lose the point of life. First, to be surprised by what life can bring, and also to focus, in the present. When we are attached to a specific outcome in our life, we live in the future. And sometimes we live in the past and we want to change the past, but we can't do any of these things. We can't live in the past and want to change what happened, be regretful, and we can't be attached to such a strong, improbable thing in the future. The best thing we can do is to release that energy. Yes, we want it, but do we want to focus every day on thinking about it? It can be very draining. And sometimes I feel that when we do that, and I was super guilty of that, it doesn't happen. I don't know if you've noticed, but if you really force a situation and you want something to happen in particular, it's not going to happen. What you have to do is divert the energy. You throw that energy, your intention into the universe, and then you again focus back on yourself. The point, I think, of life and happiness is to live in the present moment. So the best thing we can do is again to say, yeah, that's really what I would like to happen. But now I've said it, the universe has heard it. Now I'm going to focus on myself and do what I have to do for that maybe one day will cross my path, will come back in my life or will happen. By doing this, by focusing back the energy on ourselves, we keep our life moving. Whether we are looking at the past or at the future, I think it means that we are stuck. It's kind of fixed. We are hanging our energy on one specific thing. And by holding it so closely, very often it just goes away. We cannot attract it. So it's very important to focus back on ourselves. And by focusing back on ourselves, we make things happen for ourselves. Sometimes we even forget we had that very strong outcome that we wanted to happen in our life. Our intention can change over time, and by redirecting our focus into our present and life, we make things happen. Sometimes we take a very different path from the outcome we expected, but the most important is to remember, if you're trying to get an outcome of a situation and you release it and you put the work on yourself, you're going to be a very different person and you're going to be a better version of yourself. For sure, if you put the right amount of work on yourself to be able one day to be ready for that specific situation to happen. Sometimes we are not ready, and this is a very important thing. As much as we want something to happen, we have to understand that in life we are given things probably when we are ready to get it. That's why sometimes I believe things don't work out on the moment with a job, with people, with lovers, with anything in our life. And it's so difficult to understand, but why it's not coming into our life? we have to simply accept that it's going to come when we will be ready, also when we will deserve it. Have we done the right amount of work? Have we acquired the right skills? Do we have the right language level? Do we have the right practical skills? Anything from professional to personal. It's not really coincidences, it's really about timing, and it's put on our path when it's supposed to happen. And I really believe that what happened in our life is probably for the best. So whether it happens or not is not really, sad or very positive. It's just meant to happen this way. We never know why we are put into certain situations. Sometimes we think, oh, we don't have that, we're so sad, why is it happening to us? But the truth is, sometimes it's helping us to be in a better situation. Maybe if we had that, it will be worse than anything, or it will not be our destiny. We just never know. But the key thing to remember when we release that energy, we also release our worries. I used to be so attached to specific outcome in my life. I wanted things to happen so bad. I was going insane. I was drained. I was burning out. I was desperate. I was needy. I was just actually pulling away the situation from me. The key was to be patient, whether it happened or not. I had to refocus the energy in my life in something that I could make happen on a daily basis, not something that could or maybe not happen. It's not really about that. I relieved my anxiety, my stress, and I put it into the hand of the universe. Surely God or the universe heard my request. And if it was meant to happen, it will happen. And it will happen exactly when it was supposed to happen. So remember, in life, sometimes not getting what you want is a blessing, and sometimes it's simply because you are not ready yet. And I hope for you that you get what you want. But remember, the key to happiness is not to expect and not to try to control the outcome of situations. I've learned it the really hard way, but trust me, not rushing things and being patient, wishing for things to happen and saying to the universe that that's what you want, and if it happens, it's great. If it doesn't happen, that's okay, because what happened in our life or what doesn't happen is simply meant to happen the best way for us. So have trust, have faith, don't be desperate, think about yourself, make things happen on a daily basis for yourself. Have a good day wherever you are, and I speak to you soon.